Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk to you about my favorites. Most of them are things that I just cannot live without, and some of them are replaceable, but they're just my current favorites. So the first thing that I cannot live without are my eyebrow pencils. I have the Uemura Hard 9 Formula in Sail Brown 02. I've been using this for years, and I like it because it really just fits my eyebrow color because they're not... My eyebrows aren't pitch black, but they're not really brown, they're not ashy brown. But this is like the perfect soft black slash brown, and so I use this most of the time throughout the year. But right now I'm using the Brow Sculptor in Taupe by Tom Ford. Next I have this mascara by KissMe. I think that's the brand, I'm not sure. This is called, it says Hair on Make and Long and Curl, but it doesn't really have, like, it says it in Japanese, but I don't know how to read Japanese. But they do have this at Japanese markets like Mitsuwa or Marukai, and this is like the most waterproof mascara that I've ever used. I've used so many department store brands, but because I don't have a lot of lower lashes, and maybe because of just my eye shape, a lot of mascaras and eyeliners smudge on me. So it's really important to find a mascara that doesn't smudge, and this is like the first one that I found after like all these years of wearing makeup. So this is something that I would definitely repurchase, and I think I have to because this one's almost drying out. Next, I cannot live without concealers, and I was going to show you Bobbi Brown when I thought about making this video, but right now I am using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I really like this because first of all it's affordable, and secondly it does not crease into, like, I have some fine lines here because I'm aging, but this doesn't crease and it dries really fast. So with the Bobbi Brown concealer I have to really pat it down because it is really creamy, so it's great for people who have more mature skin that need that extra creaminess. But because I'm usually on the go and I don't need that much creaminess under my eyes, it's a little inconvenient because it doesn't dry down matte. So it's really hard for me to apply the Secret Brightening Powder by Mercier. I usually like to apply this to set it, and I don't like to apply, and by the way, I don't like to apply other powders under my eyes because it will crease or it'll look cakey. So I like to apply this. But going back to concealers, I am trying out the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I am in shade Medium 1 Custard. It's creamy and all, but I don't know, maybe it's just the shade or the way that it dries down. It's just not the same as the Maybelline. I kind of hopped on the bandwagon really late, and I was like, okay, how good is this concealer? Because people have been raving about it for years, but I really like it. But the foundations that I have in my kit are the Makeup Forever and MAC foundations. I do have a YSL one for more mature skin. Anyway, I keep going back to the Makeup Forever foundations because I can really build on it, and it's not super matte and it's not super... it doesn't have any shimmers in here, so it doesn't give you that radiant glow, but you can achieve it because it is hydrating. And I just get like the picture perfect look when I use the Makeup Forever HD foundations. I know a lot of brands come out with HD foundations nowadays, but I don't know, keep coming back to these. And if you are wondering, I am in shade 120 and 125. I use 125 when I'm a little bit darker, and I use 120 when I'm a bit lighter in the winter. But even in the summer I can use 120, but the way that I do it is I just kind of dab it like in the center of my face, and then kind of blend it out instead of applying it all around my face. Even today I have foundation on. I don't have foundation over here. This is completely my skin. I only have foundation like just up to here, and then I just like blended the line out, and then I just applied some powder. So just in case you're wondering. So this is Benefit's Professional, and you guys all know this one. This is really popular for minimizing the appearance of pores because it does have the silicone in it. I like it because it's oil-free, it's lightweight like it says, it's translucent and it's silky. I like to use it around my nose because I do have larger pores here, and I do have larger pores around my nose here as well. So I like to use this, but I do not use this all over my face. I just use it around my nose and like this cheek area right here. The Clarins Instant Smooth is the same thing. I like to use this on clients who have larger pores like I do around the nose, and maybe a little bit like around the eyes if you have like crow's feet, if I'm doing makeup for someone who has like really mature skin. And then I have MAC's Strobe Cream. I have been using this one for years, but I keep going away from it because I always want to try new primers, and then I come back to this one. So this strobe cream is a little bit different than some of the other primers that are out there. I really like to use a lot of Laura Mercier's primers, the hydrating one, the oil-free one, and the radiant one to give that extra glow. The radiant one I like because it has this like nice champagne color and it can really give you that golden glow. I don't know if you guys can see like the pink in this, but you can see the opalescent shimmers, and I think that's mainly why a lot of Korean makeup artists use this on celebrities, because a lot of celebrities are like really pale, and sometimes that gold or champagne color in certain primers don't work. To set the foundations, this is an old bottle, but I have been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray for years, and I just replaced this one with, I don't have the bottle with me, but I have the box, Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I use this to set the makeup for a lot of the brides that I do makeup for, and I also like to use the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This is rather new. This one doesn't have alcohol in it, or I guess it was reformulated that way recently. I've been using the MAC Prep and Prime for years. This is before the Urban Decay and Makeup Forever Mist and Fix came out. So I like this because you can prep the skin by spraying this on before the foundation, so it can really hold things in place and give extra moisture, and then you can also set this afterwards. If you spray this on, say, your hand, you can kind of feel that it's not super sticky, but it does have a little bit of this tackiness feel to it, and that's what really helps to hold everything together. If this was just like a normal water spray, that wouldn't really work, because that would either take off some of the makeup or break it down. Moving on, one thing that I cannot live without is eyeliner. So I have discovered this eyeliner by MAC. This is the Liquid Lash Liner. I've discovered this late last year. Prior to using this eyeliner, I've used all of the gel / cream eyeliners out there, the ones in a pot like this YSL one. If in any case you're using a gel cream eyeliner and you find that it still smudges and you don't want to try a liquid like this MAC one, then you can buy the Makeup Forever Aqua Seal, and you can just mix like a drop of this with your eyeliner. Make sure you scoop out your eyeliner from the tube and put it on like a palette or your hand or something, and then you can put a drop of this, and it will really make your eyeliner last for a really, really long time. It won't budge. So this is like another trick. If you try to put this in your waterline, you just really have to make sure that you keep your eyes open wide and it dries before you start blinking, because it will get all over the place. I don't use a brush straight out of here. I usually take some of this and put it on my hand and then use another brush, and so I'm not contaminating this by putting, by using the brush on my eye and then dipping it back in there and mixing other products. So yeah, that's my favorite eyeliner. So next I have my favorite eyelash glue. This is by Uemura, and it's about $18 at the duty-free stores. I don't know how much it is online, and as you guys know, they shut down all the Uemura stores here in the US, so you have to purchase online, but you do get free shipping over $50, and occasionally they'll have 20% off sales. If you subscribe to their mailing list, they will send you like coupon codes and things like that. So yeah, I like this eyelash glue because it doesn't smell even after you've had it for a long time. If you guys know the Duo eyelash glue that everyone uses, it really starts smelling weird, like really fishy, like after some time. and that's probably when you should throw it out and purchase a new one. And yeah, they are affordable. They're like $5, I think. I don't really wear eyelashes that often, so it's a hassle for me to keep buying it every time it starts smelling bad, even if it's only been like a couple months. Next I have a bronzer by Dolce & Gabbana. You have probably seen this in a lot of my past videos. The shade of this bronzer is tan, and I like it because it doesn't have a lot of red or orange in it. It's just, and it's not really muddy either. I can use this bronzer or blush to contour my cheekbones, and I can even use this as an eye wrap powder, and I can also contour like my nose area with this and not have it look like really red or muddy. So this is one of my favorite bronzers. Next I have these lip pencils. These are the Makeup Forever lip pencils, and as you can see I have quite a few. This one, 1C, I use a lot on my brides. It's waterproof and it's like the perfect nudie color that fits most lip tones. And then next I have 2C, which is a little bit darker. And then this one was launched recently, 22C. It's like this really nice pale pink, and I will swatch it for you. I have 22C. So I have 22C there, and then I have 15C there, so it's a little bit darker. But you can use this to just, you know, put some on the inner parts of your lip and then use like lip balm over, so you're not doing like too much where you're lining like all around like the old-fashioned way. This one is 16C, one of my favorite hot pink lip liners. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen me wear this in my photos that I took in Vegas. I went to the pool with it, not intentionally, but you know, I didn't feel like taking it off, so I just went to the pool and it was still there, and it was even there after I ate some snacks and like went to the buffet and everything. So this is like my #1 go-to waterproof lip liner or lip color. You can fill it in. Another thing that I like about this pencil is that it's not drying, so you can apply it all over and it still dries matte, but it's creamier than some other lip liners out there. So yeah, definitely give this a try. If you're more conservative, then you might want to go with like the 22C or the 15C. These are the YSL Baby Doll Kiss and Blushes in #1 and 2. #2 is great for like the everyday pink lip, and then you can also use this to apply cheek color. It does dry matte, so if you have really, really dry cheeks, I wouldn't recommend putting this on your cheeks, but it's a great lip color. And then if you want a little bit of gloss, you can just put a gloss over it, or like a clear lip balm or something to give a little bit of shine. So this is my everyday lip color, and then I have been using this one a lot, #1. You guys have seen me wear this in a lot of my pictures. So this is the Makeup Forever pencil, and then this is the YSL Kiss and Blush #1. Shade number 15 is probably one of the first shades that I bought in this collection. So this is #2 in the Kiss and Blush, and then this is #15 in the Glossy Stain. This has some gold shimmer to it, and this doesn't have anything, and it's matte, so that's a difference. This is still drying, and you'll see a little later that it's dries really matte. And then I bought 106, so anything that has a number, anything that's 3 digits and starts with a #1 is part of the newer collection. I actually have this one on right now. It's like this nudie pink shade with gold shimmer, and I just applied this on top of like another lip liner that I had. This is a shade that you can just put on without, you know, even looking at a mirror, and just when you need that extra gloss. So this is shade #9, and it's like the perfect red glossy stain, and I purchased it after watching like a little clip on Miranda Kerr, and they did like an interview in her hotel room and just kind of went through her makeup bag, and she had this in her makeup bag. Unfortunately it's sold out, and this is shade #8, and it's called Incorrigible, and I will swatch it for you right here. It's actually more pink on the lip, but that is the color right there, and it has this gold shimmer in it, and I like it because it stays on really well and it kind of stains your lips. So after the lipstick has come off because, you know, you've eaten things and it's just not there anymore, you still have this pink stain and it doesn't dry out your lips. So I really, really like it, but unfortunately it's sold out and I didn't want to show you, but in case they do relaunch it, here it is. And last product of the day, I just purchased this, so I haven't even applied it. Actually, I applied a tester in San Francisco this past weekend and I really liked it. And I wanted to buy it, but they were sold out. So I went to the LA store on Melrose and just purchased it. So this is like brand spanking new. See how pretty that color is? Oh my goodness. So I put this on and we went out like to an oyster bar and we were eating oysters and like, yeah, and we drank a lot of coffee and all this stuff, but like the lipstick did get all over my cup, but it still stayed on. It was intact and it didn't bleed around my lip, so I had to go back and purchase this, and I purchased 2 in case they ever run out, because that's what happened with this, and I was really mad when I found out that they were sold out until a friend, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, do you guys see that? Oh my gosh, it's so, so pretty. And another thing that I like about this lipstick is that the cap, like, it's magnetic, so if you closed it like just that much, it would close by itself. So I have this fear that when I have lipsticks inside my purse, that for some reason like the cap will come off and it'll just like start turning by itself and it'll just get all over the place. So yeah, I think this packaging is brilliant, and I like that it's black and sleek and chic. Yeah, so I think I covered a lot of product in this video. Of course, I have a lot more favorites, and I will do another favorites video on Korean products. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos. I will do a favorite brush video and a foundation routine video soon. So yeah, stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye! What are these called?